Hey, Stoic Warrior. Ask yourself this. Who owns your morning, you or the world? Every day begins with a silent battle, and most people lose it before they even leave their bed. They wake up and immediately reach for their phones, letting notifications, social media, and the endless noise of the outside world hijack their thoughts, emotions, and focus. They surrender the first hour, and with it, their strength. But you are here because you know there is a different way. The Stoics of ancient Rome, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, understood that the morning is sacred. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Yet most people ignore this privilege, trading it for distraction and chaos. This video is not about quick hacks or temporary motivation. It's about reclaiming your life through 7 Stoic morning practices that the few people apply to dominate their day, their mind, and their destiny. These are mental, emotional, and spiritual disciplines rooted in Stoicism, designed to make your morning sacred, your actions intentional, and your life unstoppable. Each practice builds on the next. Each will wake you up in a different way. By the end, you'll understand why the morning is not just a part of the day. It is the foundation of your freedom, your clarity, and your power. So listen closely, Stoic Warrior. If you are ready to step into control and become part of the 1% who live intentionally, let's begin. The first Stoic morning practice is simple but powerful. Wake up with discipline, not motivation. Most people wait until they feel like it before taking action. They say, if I feel motivated, I'll get up early. If I feel in the mood, I'll meditate or plan my day. This is weakness disguised as choice. The Stoic does not wait. The Stoic moves, regardless of feelings. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being, not to earn a paycheck, but to honor life itself." Each morning is an opportunity to live fully, and discipline ensures you seize it. When you rise immediately, without negotiating with the voice of comfort, you cast your first vote of the day for the stronger version of yourself. Snoozing is surrender. Rising on time is power. Stoicism teaches that identity is built through action. You are not just someone who wants discipline. You act like a disciplined person, even when you don't feel like it. Over time, this builds trust in yourself. Your mind obeys your will. Your energy aligns with your purpose, and your body becomes an instrument of your mastery. Even on mornings when you feel tired or unmotivated, you rise because you said you would, and that is how self-respect is forged. Start simple. Choose a consistent wake-up time and protect it as sacred. No snooze button. Stand immediately and speak your power out loud. The day is mine. Conquer yourself at 5 a.m., and you can conquer yourself anywhere. That is Stoicism in action. The second Stoic morning practice is crucial. Win the first hour in silence. Most people wake up and immediately let the world in. Phones buzz, social media screams, news floods their mind before they even sit up. Their first moments are hijacked, and they spend the entire day reacting to chaos instead of leading themselves. The Stoic does the opposite. Silence is power. Epictetus taught, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid with regard to external things. Do not fear the quiet. Do not feel anxious when no notifications distract you. This is where your strength begins. Spend your first hour without screens, without external noise. Sit quietly. Focus on your breath. Reflect on the life you want to lead. Ask yourself, what energy will I carry today? How will I embody virtue in each action? This is the Stoic practice of prohairesis, the freedom to choose your response regardless of the world outside. Even 10 minutes of morning silence reshapes your mind. You become less reactive, more creative, and more composed. Your day is no longer dictated by others. It is guided by your own clarity. Silence is not emptiness. It is the space where your inner power grows. Winning the first hour is more than a habit. It is armor. It trains your mind to remain calm under pressure, to respond instead of react, and to move through life with intentionality. Every notification you resist in the morning strengthens your control over your emotions, focus, and purpose. The third Stoic morning practice is face the day before it starts. Life is unpredictable. Plans fail, People disappoint. Traffic delays. Emails arrive with bad news. Most men react with frustration, anxiety, or stress. They are caught off guard because they never prepared for the challenges that always come. The Stoics had a practice for this called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Seneca wrote, "He robs present ills of their power, who has perceived their coming beforehand." They imagined potential obstacles and rehearsed their responses calmly and clearly, so when difficulties arose, they would not be shaken. Try this. During your morning reflection, ask yourself, what challenges might arise today? How will I respond with patience, courage, and wisdom? Visualize interruptions, misunderstandings, or setbacks. Then plan your Stoic response. This is not pessimism. It is preparation. It is mental strength before the chaos begins. When you face the day before it begins, you transform unpredictability into practice. You meet difficulty with composure. You respond instead of react. This builds emotional muscle, the kind of inner calm that makes others appear frantic while you remain steady. The Stoics taught that control over yourself is the true measure of power. You cannot dictate life, but you can dictate your reactions. By preparing for challenges each morning, you take the first step toward mastering your mind, your day, and ultimately, your life. Facing the day before it starts is a declaration. I will not be surprised. I will not be controlled. I will lead myself first. And from this leadership, everything else flows. Clarity, confidence, and unstoppable momentum. The fourth Stoic morning practice is, anchor yourself with a Stoic morning reminder. Every great leader, philosopher, and warrior has something they return to. Each morning, a principle, a truth, a grounding statement that reminds them of who they are and what matters most. Most people wake up forgetting themselves. The Stoic wakes up remembering. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations daily, not to impress others, but to keep himself grounded. He reminded himself that he has power over his mind, not outside events. This is your anchor, a truth you repeat each morning to stabilize your mind and align your actions. Examples of Stoic morning anchors. I control my reactions, not events. This day is a gift, and I will not waste it. My character guides me. The world does not define me. Repeating one anchor consistently before distractions arrive creates clarity and strength. It informs your choices, shapes your mindset, and builds resilience. The mind that begins anchored in virtue does not drift into chaos. It moves with purpose. Even 5 minutes of repetition can transform your morning. Speak it aloud, write it down, or meditate on it. Let it echo through your mind. When challenges appear, your anchor pulls you back to stability. Your morning sets the tone for your day. The stronger your anchor, the more unshakable you become. This practice is simple but profound. Without it, your mind wanders. With it, your day begins from a position of strength, clarity, and intentionality. Every great Stoic understood this. Identity must be reminded daily before the world starts dictating who you are. The fifth Stoic morning practice is master the mind before the world enters. Your mind is most pliable in the first hour after waking. Most people surrender it to strangers on the internet, news headlines, or the energy of others. They let external forces shape their emotions, thoughts, and decisions. The Stoic does not. Seneca reminded us that a man is as unhappy as he has convinced himself he is. Happiness, calm, and clarity are internal states, not gifts from the outside. By taking control of your mind first, you determine the tone of your day. One of the most powerful tools for this is morning reflection or journaling. Spend 5-10 minutes writing down your thoughts, feelings, and intentions. Ask yourself, what do I feel right now? What am I grateful for? Which virtues will I practice today? Patience, courage, discipline. This practice creates a private space of self-awareness, where you can examine your emotions and replace reactive patterns with reasoned responses. It strengthens the mind like a muscle. The 1% of people who apply this don't just wake up, they train their minds. They face the day with clarity, prepared to respond instead of react. They are not slaves to moods, triggers, or impulses. They are leaders of their inner world. Start small, a short journaling session, reflection, or even silent contemplation. The goal is to master your mind before the world tries to claim it. When you succeed, You walk through your day with calm, focus, and intention. Your mind is your kingdom. Rule it before the chaos arrives. The sixth Stoic morning practice is move the body to activate the mind. The mind and body are inseparable. If the body is lazy, the mind follows. If the body is alert and strong, the mind rises with it. This is why the mentally sharp never start the day without movement, not to impress others, but as an act of self-respect and discipline. Marcus Aurelius asked himself, "Is this what you were made for? To huddle under the blankets and keep warm?" It's not self-judgment. It's a call to action. Movement is a signal to your brain. We are awake, alive, and ready to lead. Even 10 minutes is enough. Stretch, do push-ups, a short walk, or a cold shower. The goal is deliberate motion. Stoics valued physical exertion as a training of the will. Epictetus taught that discipline over the body trains discipline over the soul. When you move with intent, your energy rises, your focus sharpens, and the weak part of you that wanted comfort dies. You gain momentum, confidence, and readiness. Most people train comfort. The Stoic trains command. Morning movement is a statement. I do hard things, even when I don't feel like it. It builds self-mastery, resilience, and the clarity to face the day with strength. The seventh and final Stoic morning practice is rehearse the person you want to be. Most people drift through life reacting to circumstances, others' opinions, and fleeting emotions. The 1% do something different. Before the day begins, they mentally rehearse their highest self, the person they aspire to become. This is not pretending or faking. It is intentional preparation. The Stoics called this living according to nature, aligning your actions with reason, virtue, and your highest values. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Time is precious, and mornings are the perfect rehearsal space. Ask yourself, how will the best version of me act today? How will I respond to challenges with patience and courage? What choices will align me with my values? Visualize yourself walking into work, school, or social situations with composure, confidence, and calm energy. Imagine responding to conflict without anger, speaking with clarity, and moving with purpose. This mental rehearsal sets a template for your actions, creating consistency between intention and behavior. Over time, this daily practice shapes your identity. You no longer rely on external circumstances to dictate your state. You become the person who shows up strong, unshakable, and purposeful every single day. Morning rehearsal is your secret weapon. It ensures that when life challenges you, your response is already practiced, composed, and deliberate. This is true Stoic mastery, shaping yourself before shaping the day. These are not hacks or fleeting tips. They are tools of transformation. Apply even one consistently, and you'll notice your mornings and your life begin to change. Stoicism teaches that control over your mind, body, and actions shapes your destiny. Your mornings are the foundation of that control. Remember, most people surrender the morning. They let distractions, moods, and external noise dictate their lives. But when you practice these 7 principles, you rise with intention, focus, and strength. You become the master of your day, not a victim of circumstance. Now it's your turn, Stoic Warrior. Commit to these practices. Repeat your affirmations. Protect your first hour. Move your body. Reflect on your values. Mornings are sacred. Own them, lead them, and watch as your life transforms, one disciplined sunrise at a time.